Pensioners are being targeted in moves to make public transport more efficient. A new report recommends scrapping concession fares for pensioners during peak hour. It's one of several cost-cutting suggestions from the Tourism and Transport Forum that's meeting in Melbourne today. Chris Brown is the forum's managing director.
Well, we've put a paper out today as the think tank that we are, some options for government to consider in the future of transport. The challenge we're facing is that only 1/3 of the cost of running a transport network each year, up to about $5 billion total cost, only 1/3 of that comes from passengers paying at the turnstiles. So there's a range of measures we need to help governments find. That's new revenue, that's reduced cost and increased operational efficiency. No one at the moment is trying to throw granny off the train here. In fact, we're talking about maybe increased access to concession fares for people like international students that are denied them in Sydney and Melbourne.
But you are suggesting that pensioners not be allowed to catch public transport during peak hour times. Why pensioners? Don't they have a right to catch public transport whenever they want?
The pressure we've got in our big cities particularly is meeting the sheer demands of the number of people going to work, going to school, who want to catch public transport. So we're hoping maybe some price incentives that might work the other way, make it even cheaper for concession holders to use public transport outside the peak hours. But let me tell you, if your grandmother's got to get to a hospital appointment at 8:30 in the morning, there's no one that's going to talk about denying them the right of concession access. So to keep it in perspective, it's a 1% out of all the issues we have to consider sensibly to help fund the future of public transport in Australia.
But are pensioners perhaps an easy target? Are there more effective ways of cost cutting, for instance, boosting workplace productivity?
There's a lot more effective ways. That's why the concession issue is a very, very small part of it. What we think is some industrial efficiencies, using some more management disciplines to reduce cost, ways that you can get new revenue into the system so it doesn't cost commuters or taxpayers, increased advertising revenue, better use of technology, and particularly better use of superannuation funds and Commonwealth money to help meet the incredibly large costs of a growing demand for public transport.
Christopher Brown in Melbourne, thank you.
Pleasure.